सत्यसायिनं ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ तिस्रः क्षपस्त्रिरहातिव्रजद्भिः नासत्या भुज्युमुहथुः पतङ्गैः समुद्रस्य धन्वन्नार्द्रस्य पारे त्रिभिरथै ईशतपद्भिषडश्वैः सवितारं वितन्वन्तम् अनुबध्नाति शाम्बरः आपपूरुषं वरश्चैव सवितारे पशोऽभवत् त्यगुं सुतृप्तं वेदे त्वैव बहु सोमगिरं वशे अन्वेति तुग्रो वक्रियान्तम् आयसूयन्सोमतृप्सुषु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः offering our collective love at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Shri 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 Satya Sai Baba Varu, as we have begun the celebration of the centennial across the world, and after this incredible, powerful global Akhanda Bhajan, and before that, this Om Sri Sai Ishwaraya Namaha filling the entire universe with so much of love and dedication and commitment from people from 40 countries, more than 600 people, almost 4 million chants in just less than 2 weeks. What is this? What is all this? That is what we are studying in Aruna Prashna right now. It's called grace. It's called pouring of the grace. And this grace of God that is being described in these last 2 mantras, how the grace is held back so that the people that need it first get the opportunity to receive that grace. And the people that are praying for that grace and who are suffering from happiness, their prayers do not elicit grace. You have to understand these words first. What does grace mean? What does blessing mean? What does prayer mean? What does mercy mean? Huh? Ashirvachana. Grace. Anugraha. Prarthana. Prarthana, Kripa. These are the Sanskritam words for what I said in English. Prayer, Prarthana, blessing, Ashirvachana, grace, Anugraha, mercy, Kripa. When we understand these words, then these mantras become so powerful because they are unequivocally explaining what do you do with your life when you have already received these blessings. What do you do with that life? If you have already received this, where you don't have to struggle for food, struggle for shelter, struggle for clothing, struggle for your day-to-day existence, what do you do with that life where all those are already given? What method do you use if you are already given those? What do you do if you have to take up something that is beyond the capacity of your own individual self and beyond the capacity of your collective self? What do you have to do? And then if you have already so received something, what do you do as gratitude as an individual self for what you have already received? What is it that is done to you when you have no idea what to even ask for? Uh, then you can go back and do the homework of what category fits with what exactly I have described. I won't give the answers. And when you have an awareness of what these are, you will be very careful in even using the words, especially in front of an audience, offering my pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, brothers and sisters. The standard tagline, they're called taglines. We really do not understand what we are even saying, and Bhagavan is sitting there and saying, do you really mean that? With the grace of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, do you really mean that? Do you understand what grace is, how it comes, how it is elicited? So these two mantras, the 42nd mantra, where it is being described as this for the sustenance of this universe, that the grace is held back. And then the next mantra is talking about with incredible speed, traveling 3 days and 3 nights, and at a speed like a bird, and to go far away from the ocean where it is needed in an arid land with 3 chariots, with 6 horses, and with hundreds of feet. These Ashwins have traveled, and this unloaded the grace. And then this Savit, the life-sustaining force, very closely follows these clouds that are filled with this water, and those clouds are encouraged to unload the water, and by doing so, the cloud itself becomes the sustenance of life force on this earth. And then there are these clouds that the divine knows that are filled with water, that make lots of sounds on platforms, and yet they do not do anything to unload the water that is filled already by the divine. And then he will ensure that those are wicked that have already gotten his grace, for the sake of those who are performing the yajna for the universe, ensures that they go there and they deliver this water. This is what we studied in the two mantras. I am not even looking at the mantra. The mantra is now spoken. It's not chanted. So when we are able to understand these three levels of concepts, how beautifully it is laid out. That is the preamble. Prayer, blessing, grace, mercy. We haven't even come to the fourth one yet. Now, we now get into the next lines in the 44th mantra. Sasangramastamo Jyotyotah.
Sasangramastomodyotah.
1 second. Take this one. Say it again.
Sasangramastomodyotah.
No.
Stamod, sorry.
Please pay.
Sasangramastamodyotah.
Vachogah pipati tat.
Vachogaha pipati tat.
Satadgobhistavatyetyanye.
Satadgobhistavatyetyanye.
Rakshasanan vitaschaye.
Rakshasanan vitaschaye.
Abba. Just to say the words, huh? Sasangramastammo dyotyotah. Vachogah pipati tat. Satadgobhistavatyetyanye. Rakshasanan vitaschaye. Say it again. Sai Rama.
Sasangramastamodyotah. Vachogav pipati tat. Satadgobhistavatyetyanye. Rakshasanan vitaschaye.
Very good. Om Sasangramastamu Odyotyotah.
Om Sasangramastamu Odyotyotah. ससङ्ग्रामस्तमोऽद्योत्योतः
वाचो गाः पिपाति तत्
वाचो गाः पिपाति तत् वाचो गाः पिपाति तत्
सतद्गोभिस्तवा अत्येत्यन्ये
सतद्गोभिस्तवात्येत्यन्ये सतद्गोभिस्तवात्येत्यन्ये
रक्षसानन्वितश्च ये
रक्षसानन्वितश्च ये रक्षसानन्वितश्च ये
ससङ्ग्रामस्तमोऽद्योत्योतः वाचो गाः पिपाति तत् सतद्गोभिस्तवा अत्येत्यन्ये रक्षसानन्वितश्च ये
ससङ्ग्रामस्तमोऽद्योत्योतः वाचो गाः पिपाति तत् सतद्गोभिस्तवात्येत्यन्ये रक्षसानन्वितश्च ये
Sairam uncle, Rakshas, that line, Sanskrit lo Vitash Dirga undi, Vitash Chay.
Rakshasa, Vitashchaya. Vitashchaya is correct. Here also it is Vitashchaya. I think I made a mistake. Thank you for pointing it out. Rakshasanan Vitashchaya. Vitashchaya, not Vitashchaya. My mistake. Thank you. Okay, please, one more. Okay, one more time we'll chant. Rakshasanan Vitasche. Sasangramastamo-odyotyotaha vacho gaf pipati tat satadgobhistava atyetyanye rakshasanan vitaschaye.
ससङ्ग्रामस्तमोऽद्योत्योतः वाचो गाः पिपाति तत् सतद्गोभिस्तवात्येत्यन्ये रक्षसानन्विताश्च ये
Very good. Bravo. Very nice. Now, what are the words? Saha Sangramaha Tamodhyaha Atyotaha Vachaha Gah Pipati Tat Saha Tat Gobhihi Stava Atyeti Anye Rakshasa Ananvitah Cha E. Those are the words. So what's the syntax here? Saha means he, and the he here referring to the sun himself. Obviously, this whole context, everything is related to Surya Upasana. So therefore, Saha here is this, the sun. Sangramaha. Sangramaha. Sangrama means as a group. What is the group the sun is holding as? The group is the race. Sangrama means that Sangramaha. Tama Udyaha. Tamaha Udyaha. Tamaha. What is Tamaha? The tamas. Darkness. Udyaha means the one who takes away darkness. Udyaha removes it. The dispeller of darkness. Atyotaha. Borne by these horses. That is the description of the beautiful sun now. Saha, Sangramaha, Tamodyaha, Atyotaha. The sun, who as a group of rays dispelling the darkness, is borne or carried by these horses, the 7 horses. Tat Gah Vachaha. Satat Saha Tat Tat Gah Vachaha. These cows, these cows, Gah here means the literal meaning I'm giving right now, understanding the words first. Shabda has to be perfectly understood. Then only you will be able to get into the Ardha, the inside of it. And to understand that, you should not hallucinate what that means. You have to stay true to the Shabda. You cannot just make up whatever you want out of it. Tat Gah Vachaha. Tat means those or that cows. Vachaha. That are mooning. They are looking up to the sun, and they're saying Amba, Ambaravam. Pipati. Gah Pipati. Tat Gah Vachaha Pipati. Vacho Viseshanam Adanigadavyakhyatāh. See, these cows are actually looking up and drinking all that Pipati. Saha, he is then Stava Gobhihi Tat, are then extolled or praised by these cows. Anye Atyeti, much more than any other gods, Yecha, and also Rakshasa, Ananvitah, by those who do not associate with the demons. Rakshasa Ananvitah. Rakshasa is the Shabdam here, means not those that protect, those that you have to protect yourself from. Rakshasa means those that you have to protect yourself from. That is the meaning. Where is I explained this already somewhere else. Where did I explain this? I ask questions not because I want to tease you. I ask questions just to make sure that you are in the satsang.
In the first Anuvakam, what all we will be protected while doing this Vijnana.
Very, very beautiful. Yes. You have connected to the context. What's the mantra?
don't recollect Anna in the first Anuvakam, Rakshagam, temperature of the body and all we talk about. Couldn't recollect the mantra.
Oh, that's excellent. You are very connected. I'm very proud. Anybody who can connect to the mantra? Apashnushnimaparakshah Apashnushnimapargham Apashnushnimaparakshah. That is the mantra. Same, I explained this exact same meaning in that context. Rakshasa ananvitaha cha e. Those people that are also, that do not associate with these demons, as well as those people, or as well as those cows who are drinking from this rays of the sun, they praise this sun more than any other god that they can think of. Okay? Now, you see how beautiful it is when you're chanting the mantra first, it all sounds like, oh my God, it's so complex. The moment you get into the words and the syntax and the context, just the literal meaning itself. You don't try to hallucinate and try to uncover all the rest of the stuff. For that you need sadhana. For that you need steadiness. For that you need to hold the feet of the Guru, and the grace of the Guru will shower, because it's beyond the capacity of this individual mind. This body and this mind that never studied any of this stuff, how can it comprehend all of this stuff? Impossible, impractical. So it has to get empty. Let me get empty. Don't know anything. Then the gurus, that doesn't mean that you don't even put an effort. You try to put your effort, but this mind's capacity is limited, and this intellect's capacity is so limited that it even cannot properly even understand and pronounce the words. How can it try to comprehend the meaning? Then what will happen is, you do your best and hold on for the rest. And the rest is what is called grace. Sasangramaha tama udyaha atyotaha vachaha gaha pipati tat saha tat gobhihi stava atyeti anye rakshasa ananvitaha cha e. Now it became a conversation with God. Oh, you sun, who is coming down with this group of rays just to dispel the darkness carried by these horses, you are coming down. And when I saw this sun coming down, I raised my head and I am saying, oh, you are coming. Let me drink from your rays. And then you get drenched in that rays. And along with me, those that are unassociated with any negativity and negative forces are also joining in extolling the greatness of this God, who is like none other. Hare, समझ गया? And you all understood? When I just told like this, you understood what we're doing. This is like now the glory and that is coming down of this sun. I'm only describing so far. I'm trying to connect. We are all trying to connect and look at it on what is the application of that mantra. What is it that we are trying to apply based on just what we heard? Of course, it is all completely symbolic and metaphorical of cows raising their heads and saying, Amba, Amba, looking at the sun. What does that all, how does that all apply to us? As Bhagavan would very often quote this beautiful shloka, Tyaja Durjana Sangatyam, Bhaja Sadhu Samagamam, Kuru Punya Mahoratram, Smara Nityam Anityata. So, when these rains have come down and the sky is clear, the sun is shining forth so brightly. You look at the sun after the rain clouds have cleared. Huh? And when you watch the cows, actually, in the mother nature, we are not trying to go into deep into the philosophical, all the other kinds of things right now. Just observing the nature, the rishi is observing the nature and he is describing what is out there in the nature. And when the rishi is describing what there in the nature, that is what is present, you are present too. Never ever hallucinate beyond creation. To observe the truth in the creation itself is what is called Satyam. And then to connect it to inside is Shivam. And the beauty of the connecting the inside to the outside is Sundaram. Sundaram, Sundaram. Now, if you understand the essence of this mantra, how beautiful it is. Now, let's go little deeper into the Shabda and the deeper inner significance of the Artha. What is Go? Go Shabdam has many meanings. Go as the Shabda has the outward meaning as the cow. Go also means the Indriyas, therefore he is Gopala, the one who protects the Indriyas, the senses. Go also means the Jiva, the individual self. Gayatri, Gayatam, Trayati, Iti, Gayatri also means that which protects the individual self. So now you apply that to this mantra. Vacho gaha pipati tat. What is vachaha? What is vachaha?
Phrases.
Say.
Sabda.
Term from Vak.
Vibration.
Vibration.
You know what cows do? In nature, the nupuram of the cow, that hump, like you see for a surabhi or a kamadhenu or a nandini, there are 7 holy cows. And these 7 holy cows were protected by the 7 rishis. All symbolic. You listen to all this mythology, and then you first catch on to the story or whatever. But if you stop there, then it's called blind belief. The moment you start applying what that story is saying, what that shabda is saying, how can I apply it to myself? How do I transform, use it for my own transformation? My here meaning transforming the mind, the senses, the body, etc. Then that protects you. That's why it's called mantra. Mananat trayate iti mantraha. That which protects the mind is what is called mantra. Vacho here means the vibrations. And these vibrations that are coming from the sun's rays, carried by these 7 horses. And the 7 horses meaning the spectrum of the light. Therefore, it is light and the divine sound, the two together, the light and the vibration together coming down. Sangramaha, together coming down. Those essence of that energy from that light and from the vibration is condensed by the nupuram of this cow. Vachogaf pipati tat means drinking that. Pipati also means consuming. Pibare ramarasam. So when you are talking about how are these cows consuming sun's rays, that's when you say, hey, here, if you now apply it to the senses, apply it to the individual self, then your senses are consuming this incredible light and the vibration that is coming from the supreme consciousness. And when you receive that, what do? You say, Amba. When you receive that mantra, what do? You chant it. Therefore, the indriyas that are drenched in this incredible vibration and the illumination coming from the mantra. Not only just the vibration, but the illumination coming from the light. Atyotaha. What does it do? Tamaha udyaha, dispels darkness. Light dispels darkness, vibration enchants the senses and the mind. Light illumines the intellect. The vibration enchants the senses. So therefore, your entire system, what is called the Jivatma, the individual self, now it has received this incredible light and this vibration. And in that ecstasy of receiving it, it can't keep it with itself. It will come out and leave it back to the universe. Amba, Amba. That is what is called chanting the mantra. Outside, the japa, the parayana, the ghosha. If you do not do that, then you are not truly drenched by his love. I'm telling you, it's not to poke you or to instigate you or to do all of that stuff. If you feel like that you have a lower mind, if you get inspired by it, then you will say, oh my God, that is what it is. Therefore, when I am chanting, I am drenched with this love. And when you are full of that, what you have to do? You have to release it back. You are releasing it back to the universe. And that is yourself. Then those people, because of these chants, do not get affected by any negativity. They also join and they also chant. So therefore, Om Sri Sai Ishwaraya Namaha, 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 Om Sri Sai Ishwaraya Namaha. What is happening? Everybody is praising only that has drenched them with this love and light. That is the essence of the presence of the being. You will notice the people who never have been associated, never have been part of this. I'm telling you, if you have not come to an Akhand Bhajan and have not been part of that collective energy with 300, 400 people chanting the name of the God, no matter how spiritually realized you are, you have not understood what is the significance of Namasmarana. It has not even got into your head that you have to be part of this collective Namasmarana Yajna, which is not just chanting mantras, which is singing ecstasy and the glory of the God together. Whether you know music or not, it doesn't matter. The moment you say, I can't sing, I can't clap, I can't sit, you lost the point. Tyaja Durjana Sangatyam Bhaja Sadhu Samagamam Kuru Punyamahoratram Smara Nityamanityadam. 4 lines, whole essence. Sasangramastamo Jyotyotaha Vachogaf Pipati Tat Satadgobhistvatyetyenye Rakshasanan Vitaschaye. That is the 4 lines meaning. Anveti parivrityastaha.
Anveti parivrityastaha.
Evametaustho ashvina.
Evametau stho ashvina.
Te ete dyauh prudhivyoh.
Te
Te ete dyuh. Te ete dyuh prudhivyoh. Prudhivyoh. 1 second. Te ete dyuh prudhivyoh.
Te ete dyuh prithivyoh.
Aharahar garbhan dadhathe. Dadhathe. Aharahar garbhan dadhathe.
Aharahar garbhan dadhathe.
Excellent. Chant those 4 lines again and one more. Now say the words, say the mantra.
Anveti parivrityastaha. Evametau stho ashvina. Te ete dyuh prithivyoh. Aharahar garbhan dadhathe.
Anveti parivrityastaha.
Anveti parivrityasta. Anveti parivrityastaha.
Anveti parivrityastaha.
Anveti parivrityastaha. Anveti parivrityastaha.
Evametau stho Ashvinam.
Evameto stho ashvina. Evameto stho ashvina.
Te ete dyuf prithivyoh.
Te ete dyuf prithivyoh. Te ete dyuf prithivyoh.
Dyu. Te ete dyuf prithivyoh.
Te ete dyuf prithivyoh.
That dyu you have to hold a little so that it will sound like there is a holding there, right? Te ete dyuf prithivyoh.
Te ete dyuf prithivyoh.
Perfect. Now you see
Dyuf.
why you are such an excellent chanter. When a chanter who is so excellent is chanting, every bit, the meter, if you did not hold it there, you have rushed the mantra by 1/4 of a matra. Te, there is pause. Te, ete, dyuf, prithivyoh.
Te ete dyuf prithivyoh.
Very good. Ahara har gar bhandadhate.
Ahara har garbhandadhate.
Perfect da. Beautiful. One more time.
Ahara har garbhandadhate.
What a blessing to hear mantra like that. You automatically will get inspired just listening to the shabda itself. That is vachaha. Vachogaf pipati. Pipati, you are drinking. You are getting like this somarasa. You are chanting mantra like that. You are drinking. Your entire senses are completely like in a state of ecstasy. People ask, how do you sit for 6 hours, 7 hours chanting without eating, drinking anything? What is there to drink? What is there to eat? When this mantra itself is the shabda, the vibration of the mantra is energizing every sense and completely drenched in it. By the way, the previous mantra that we talked about, there is Goh and there is Brahmana. Goh, Brahmana. Vacho gaf pipati tat rakshasanan vitaschaye are the Brahmins. Those that are in Brahman. Those that are in Brahman are called Brahmanas, not caste, but state of mind. Not caste. So, Goh Brahmanah Shubhamastu Nityam really means that mantra is actually saying, what is the Go doing? What is this Brahmana doing? They are praising, they are extolling, they are drinking this mantra, and they are extolling this grace of the God who has showered light and love upon them through these mantras and drenched them. Therefore, when those that are drinking these mantras go, and those that are chanting these mantras and are in the Brahman Shubhamastu Nityam. They should be auspicious all the time. Just pray for them. You don't even have to pray for God. Pray for those that pray for God unconditionally. Rakshasananvitaschaye. Now this mantra is saying, Anveti parivrityastaha evametau stho ashvina te ete dyuf prithivyoh aharahar bhandadhate.
अन्वेति परिवृत्यास्तः एवमेतौ स्थो अश्विना ते एतेद्युः पृथिव्योः अहरहर्गर्भं दधाथे.
Let's look at the words. Anu eti becomes anveti. Parivrityaha asthaha. Parivritya asthaha. So that parivritya should have a dirgham there. Asthaha. Then there is a avagraha there. Parivritya asthaha. Evam etau sthaha ashvina te ete dyuh prithivyoh aharaha ahaha becomes aharaha garbham da dha the. Those are the words. Now look at the meaning. Asthaha. Having received this love and light from the sun, asthaha, having instructed by this sun, referring to the clouds now, parivritya, the clouds return to the rain showering mode. Now they're back to the clouds. O Ashwini gods, Ashwina, etau, tau means the two of you. Evam, like this. Sthaha are also present with his grace. Te ete, like you both. Juhu prithivyoh, the heavens and the earth. Aharaha, day after day. Dadhate, carry on. Garbham, pregnancy. Those are the literal words, literal meaning of those words. So what is happening here? So this thing about the clouds, having instructed by the sun, they deliver the rain and also get back to the mode of accumulating water so that they can shower the rain more. What that does mean? If God has given you something and you unload whatever is given to you in the context of, that is what is called come for collective prayers. Come for collective prayers. Let us all chant together. Let us all be together. Let us all be nourished together. Let us all work together. Come together, come together, come. This is the only sadhana. And therefore, what has happened is, once you go chant, you have unloaded. You have to refill yourself. Refill, go back, discharge, come back, recharge, discharge, recharge, discharge, recharge. This is what the clouds are doing. For what sake? Only to shower that love of God upon all the universe. Whether universal peace will come or not is not up to you. You can't even calibrate and understand yourself. How can you calibrate whether there is peace in the universe or not? Have we understood what is peace within ourselves to understand universal peace? When you are in pieces, how can you pray for universal peace? First, come together. Recharge, discharge, recharge, discharge. This is all you have to do. Recharge with the name of God. Discharge the name of God. Recharge with the vibration. Discharge the vibration. Hello, what is this process? Recharge, discharge, what is this process? Naturally. Get something, discharge something. What is this naturally?
Breathing.
Huh?
Breathing.
Anybody else?
Sorry. It's Jagat is coming and going. It's the cycle, I believe.
Oh, this is too much spirituality. High funda. I'm asking, keep it to the ground. Natural process. What is this called? Carrying something, discharging something. Carrying something, discharging. So what is this called?
I was gonna say eating.
Oh, Rama. Sai Rama.
Breathing.
Oh, my. Somebody already said breathing. Pay attention to the class, Prasanna. And first come on video and then be attentive. There's so many women on this.
Pregnancy also.
Nancy.
Pregnancy. That's what it is. Ahar garbhanda dhade.
Cycle of birth and death.
Correct. That is what I'm trying to say. Can any woman answer that question? They're all thinking too high funda. Ahar garbhanda dhade. Day in and day out, they're carrying something and they're delivering something. And in carrying something and delivering something, they're protecting what they're carrying. In nature, the mother is protecting what it is carrying. So carefully, so incredibly, paying attention to what she is eating, paying attention to how it is protected, and taking care of this little thing that is being nurtured within. Deliver this beautiful baby. Now, when you understand that natural process, when you understand this natural process that is happening in a female, you want to be a female. You yearn to be a female. I want to be born as a female because Mother Nature is constantly working through me, through rejuvenation, through sustenance, to conception. And only ignorance says that those natural processes should be prohibited from chanting. Only ignorance calls for that. Ahar garbhanda dhade. When I looked at that word, this body and the mind was like struck with this lightning bolt. Oh my God, what a beautiful way these Vedas are extolling a natural process of conceiving something, sustaining something, and delivering something. What a beauty this is. How blessed it is to be a woman. What a grace it is to be carrying on this natural process. All of this is the theme of Ladies' Day that is coming. November 19th. Not celebrating lady as a gender. Hello. Ladies' Day is not a gender and only women get together and have a nice party and talk about how great it is to be a woman. Anyone that is conceiving this divine grace, nurturing it, protecting it, and giving it back to the society, they are ahar ahar garbhan dadhade. Day in and day out, they are conceiving the divine grace. They are sustaining the divine grace, growing the divine grace within them, and giving it back to the society. This is what is called true motherhood. Because all of this is done only for others, not for the sake of that body. Ladies' Day theme. Therefore, this mantra is talking, oh, these clouds, they're doing the same thing. They get filled with this water, they discharge that water, and they get refilled again. They hold this water, they hold this so beautifully so that it is showered on those that require it. And therefore, these Ashwinis, the Ashwini Devatas, they are also carrying this healing power of this divine sun, and they deliver it for the health of the beings on this universe. And now, therefore, that now requires a pair. The pair, there is a couple required, and that couple is the sun and the cloud, the two Ashwini gods, the heaven and the earth, as the divine pairs. And the rest of the mantras will go into this divine pairs. How they constantly conceive, carry, deliver. And what are all these divine pairs that what is this? What is this where we are really, how blessed you are even to listen and to understand, to conceive this kind of divine grace. How blessed we are to just not even chant the mantra, listen to the meaning of the mantra. Your intellect and your mind and your senses get drenched in the divine love. That's where we stop. Anuyeti parivrityastaha. The Ashwinis are the addressing this mantra to the Ashwinis. Oh Ashwinis, you too, like that sun and the clouds, you are constantly staha, present in that grace. You conceive that grace and you discharge that grace. Like you both, the heavens and the earth, day in and day out, aharahaha, dadhadhe, carry on, garbham, rejuvenation and discharge. Be blessed and stay blessed. We are 10 minutes over. Yadaksharapada bhrashtam. You understand, if you understand what it is being said here, you will never learn Vedas only for your personal benefit. You will never chant a mantra for your personal benefit. You will never exist for the sake of your own self. Your existence become only to receive, to give it back, to receive, to give it back. Constant emptying is happening. Doesn't belong to me, doesn't belong to me. It belongs back to the universe. And therefore, what happens is life becomes constant rejuvenation. Constant rejuvenation is happening. Constant rejuvenation of every thought that is born only for the sake of others. Every act for the sake of others. That is pure love. And that is the love of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. That is the purpose and the existence of the avatar. That is truly celebrating the centennial of that avatar. Shatamanam bhavati. Shata doesn't mean 100. Shata means infinite. This infinity is constantly giving. And you have to ask the question, if I received something, how am I giving it back? And then God will constantly fill you. Empty, if you are not empty, you cannot be filled. Hello, if you are not empty, you cannot be filled again. Very simple logic. If a vessel, if a cup is full, it cannot be refilled. It has to be emptied. Then only it can be refilled. And to empty it is the essence. Jai Sai Ram, Rakshapada Brishtam, Shama. A lot of people went into darkness as black boxes in spite of constant request. Be present in the class. Be present. Sai Ram.
ॐ यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देवनारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष साईश्वर हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु.
Om Sri Sai Ram. Okay. Are there any questions? Comments? Insights?
Sai Ram Shekhar Garu, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir. You can. You should say, may I ask a question?
May I ask a question? I'm sorry. I have to be more
No.
polite. Okay.
No, not
No,
polite. It is just,
I'm sorry.
When
Okay.
you say can I, that means capability. May I
Okay.
means
Okay, I'm sorry. May I ask a question? Sorry for that.
Okay.
I have to be more humble in that case.
No, not humble, sir. It is just, it's not
No.
humility. It is just.
Okay, just
the
I
way.
wanted to have a little clarification. The last one was very, very emphatically and very important. That means here, ahara garbhandadade, it means it is like a cycle which is going on, like night is a conception, day is a confinement. Night is a conception, day is a confinement. It's a continuous cycle like that. Can we take it that way? Ahora, like that means, is it that way? Can we understand in that way? That's what I wanted clarification in this.
Yeah. So the point is, yes, there is no confinement, by the way. The word, what it is basically saying is, I mean, you don't even have to go to the pregnancy and all of that stuff. The constant rejuvenation that is happening, the life is constant rejuvenation. That is what life is. If you are not rejuvenating, then you are stagnated. So this constant rejuvenation is happening only for the sake of discharge.
Okay,
It
okay.
is an amazing way of understanding that mantra. Okay, Sai Ram.
Saram.
Yes.
Sai Ramanna,
Yes, Sai Ram.
Dyauh, Prithvi, can we think that as body and mind together have to nurture that grace, Anna? I mean,
Yeah, very beautiful. Yes, that is how it is now. Body, this earth and heaven is what is actually compared as the divine pairs. And during the time of marriage, when they take this Saptapadi, the 7 oaths, and the mantras are, if you ever haven't paid attention, is that saying that like the heavens and the earth, let us be partners in carrying out the dharma associated with our lives. That is what the mantra says, one of the oaths. Like they're looked at as the divine pair. What is the divine pair within you? Same thing here. The gross and the subtle. Earth receives the grace and carries it on for the sustenance of all the beings. They are constantly born from the earth. Earth is the one that is rejuvenating all the time. Its beautiful property is to constantly rejuvenate. That's why it is the mother. It's called Mother Earth and Father the heavens. Father is the heaven, Mother is the earth. In that context, what is saying, the word reference of the mother to the motherhood to the earth means mother is carrying, mother is rejuvenating, mother is producing the beings, sustaining the beings, Bhusuktam, all of that stuff that we learned there, that is as aspect of that. How is that related to that rejuvenation? There is a mantra that we chant that implies that constant rejuvenation. What mantra it is?
Gayatri.
Constant rejuvenation. There is a mantra that talks about over and over rejuvenation. Clue, Shivopasana.
Oh, Bhave Bhave Nati Bhave, Bhavasvaman Bhavot Bhavaya, Sadyo Jatam.
Yeah. What is that mantra? Full mantra?
Sadyo Jatam Prapatyami, Sadyo Jataya Vai Namo Namaha.
Chant.
Sadyo Jatam Prapatyami, Sadyo Jataya Vai Namo Namaha. Bhave Bhave Nati Bhave, Bhavasvamam Bhavot Bhavaya Namaha.
Ante, Vamadeva. That is the first ruk.
Oh, sorry.
Sadyo Jatam Prapachyami is the mantra that is talking about constant rejuvenation. And in the context of what is that is constantly born in you
Thought.
and dies in you.
Thought.
What do you do with that thought into action? What it has to, how it is delivered? Thought is delivered as the action. I'm taking what you said only and making it more clearer. That's all. I'm not saying anything new from what you already described, which you already connected to. So the mind is therefore the one in which the thought originates. But that thought is delivered by the body in action.
Okay.
Therefore, mind is the heaven.
Okay.
Earth is the body. Now, you said it, you connected to it beautifully, but I'm just trying to say, how is it so?
Connected?
How is it? How is the mind, the father, the Dyuh, and how is the body, the mother?
Prithvi. Yeah. Thank you.
That is okay. Thank you, Sai Ram. Very nice. Very good. You all ready to go? Okay.
Saira,
Solunga,
Saira
Mami.
Chandrasekhar ji.
Solunga.
Unvedi, first line Unvedi, and last Anvedi, both, what is the meaning?
Anu eti. Anu means follow. And the Tamil சொல்றது
Anvedi Dukro and Anvedi Parivritya. What is the both meanings?
Meaning anu eti is anveti. The meaning is the same. Anu eti. Eti means to that which is followed by anu eti anveti. There Tamil yaru irukara. Hey Sanga, why are you in black box today? Explain.
Explain English. I understand. Please.
Understood. Okay, Saira. Okay, then she understood.
Okay.
Anuveti. Yes, it's the same meaning. Yes. Okay, Sairam.
Anvedi Parivritya.
Anveti. Anu plus eti becomes anveti. Yeah, that is the.
Anveti. Yes. Dukro.
Tugro. No, dugro illa. Tugro. Okay. Tugraha means there it is referring to the sun, which has the rays. Here Anveti Parivritya Astaha is referring to the clouds. That mantra is referring to the sun. This mantra is referring to the clouds.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, understand.
Saira.
Thank you. Saira.
Okay. Om Swastis Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahishah Go Brahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Wishing all the ladies
Thank you so
a
much.
happy Ladies' Day and not to suffer from happiness of being a lady. Let us all pray to Bhagavan that we are all the ladies and the only man in this world is the Purusha. The only Purusha is Bhagavan Sri Sat Sai Baba. Everybody is a lady. So celebrate Ladies' Day. Don't restrict it to a gender. If you understood that you are a Stri, that is, then life is very beautiful. If you think you are some macho, life is doomed. So we are all ladies. Only gent Purusha is Bhagavan. Jai Sai Ram. Jai Bolo Bhagwan.